Hey, I just wanted to talk to you about being bipolar. Right now, I'm on medication called latuda. Um, it seems to be the first medication that has few side effects for me. You know, each person might be different, and it's actually helping. Um, it helps me to stay balanced, where at least I'm not. Well, at least I am in touch with reality. Um, Being bipolar sucks, period. I can't stand to hear these people that say, oh, I think everybody's a little bipolar. Maybe they are, I don't know. I know what I feel and suffer as a bipolar person. Those out of touch with reality moments are the scariest and the worst things, in part, about going through bipolar for me. On this latuda, I have lip smacking, so if you notice me going like a fish a lot, that's from that. My foot continually taps. I've put on a lot of weight, so that probably means my cholesterol count. I hadn't went and took the blood test to find out. I missed the mania part because I don't really go through as much mania taking this latuda. Once before, let's see if I can find it, they had me on other medications that caused me such bad side effects that I had to go on medical leave and wasn't able to work for 2 years because I was actually trying to get help to fix this disease, disorder, whatever the fuck you want to call it. My only concern about going to a psychiatrist and actually trying to get help is the fact that I have a huge fear, because it has happened to me once before, of there being a court order for me to go to a mental rehabilitation center. And I don't like not having choices. Being bipolar can suck for your spouse, because my husband, he's gone to jail 3 or 4 times because of me being bipolar and lying and being out of touch with reality, thinking he did stuff, you know. Hearing whispers and voices is part of being bipolar. You know, I didn't even know I suffered from that until I got on this medication and it stopped. And I was like, because when doctor would ask me, do you hear and see things? No. You know, I thought those things I was hearing and seeing were real, but they weren't. So that makes me question a lot of things from my past. Was it real? Was it not real? Did that happen? Did it not happen? I don't know, because I wasn't on medication at that time. So it's been very traumatizing. And then when you're unable to work and you only have one person supporting the family, then you end up like me, living in a tent in a friend's backyard, because you can't afford to rent your own home yet, because one spouse is bipolar and unable to work because either medication side effects, or they're actually completely disabled and not able to function properly to hold down a job and help support the family. In this day and age, it takes 2 people to support 2 people. You know, mainly just want to talk about the latuda. It helps, but I know this is one thing, you know, I shouldn't think, but if there ever was another court order, and I've said this every time, for them to court order and put me in a mental institution, whether it's my psychiatrist, a regular doctor, or my caseworker, whoever it might be, the first time they do that, I'll quit my medication. I won't seek help anymore. All the progress I've made will be for nothing. So All I can say is if you're bipolar, hang in there. Why? I can't tell you why. God's the only reason I know why. Because it'd be wrong to kill yourself. Believe me, I've tried. Almost succeeded one time. And I still think about it. But God's the only reason I haven't completely followed through with it or been successful. After all, He's the final decider when you go to try to kill yourself. Anyway, I don't know if this will help anybody out there. I'm not going to sit here and give you, oh, this, and that means you're bipolar. All I can tell you is I'm bipolar. Right now I'm going through that, I forget what they call it, where you really lack expression when you talk. Nobody chooses to be bipolar. And being bipolar, people are going to call you lazy. They're going to call you a liar. They're going to call you, you're just using your disability to get and do whatever you want. They just don't understand. And you have to try to ignore those voices. But if it's a daily thing you hear from somebody, because I've had that before, then either you need to give that person some information about your disease, and I like calling it disease better than disorder, because this is something that does not have a cure yet. And yeah, all these other medications do have major side effects. Latuda is the first one I've come across that doesn't have as severe side effects. But the side effects that could be severe could be very severe. One thing they may not tell you when taking Latuda, don't eat grapes or grapefruit juice stuff, because I forget why, but you'd have to read it up. It could cause a major problem health-wise. But anyway, I'm no doctor. I'm just a bipolar person that suffers from a disease, that hates it, and that knows that you don't choose to be this way. I don't. You know, I wish I had more manic days than I did depressive, but it is what it is, and I hate that phrase too. Anyway, good luck to you in your life. Just don't kill yourself. Look to God before you do that. Bye.